Hey guys, welcome to this video. This is John Watts. I want to talk to you about why you should pull your credit reports, and frankly should pull them once a week when you've been sued, either by a debt collector, a debt buyer like Midland Funding, or an original creditor, Synchrony Bank or Capital One. So why should you pull your credit reports? And the answer to that really is there are three phases to the case. There's what was happening before the lawsuit, then during the lawsuit, and then after the lawsuit. And what we're doing is we're sort of laying on top of that your credit reporting. So if you'll pull your credit reports once a week from annualcreditreport.com, you can get them from Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, once a week through about April of 2021. And then you want to save those, print them to PDF, save them to PDF so that you can look at them. And then we look at, well, how does that compare with what happened before the suit, during the suit, and after the suit? So let me give you an example. So let's say Midland Funding is suing you for $5,000. And you pull the credit report, and your credit report shows Midland Funding reporting that you owe $4,200. A little bit of difference there, right? $4,200 versus $5,000. That may give you an argument that the amount they're suing you for is incorrect. Maybe you go back and look at the original creditor, whoever supposedly sold it to Midland Funding. Well, what did they show your balance as? So again, you may find some discrepancies there. Now, you may also, in looking at statute of limitation defense, which is how long does somebody have to sue me, it may look like the debt buyer has sued you too late. But then you realize in a lawsuit, they say, you made a payment in February 2018. Wow, I don't remember making a payment February 2018. And so you look at the Midland Funding entry, it doesn't show that. Look at the original creditor, it doesn't show a payment since, let's say, February 2014. Well, that can be very helpful. And obviously this can apply to original creditor. If Capital One sues you and says in a lawsuit you made a payment February 2018, but on their credit reporting they show February 2015, that will be very helpful. Okay, so we look at the balance, we look at the date of last payment. Now, as we move into, you're in the middle of this lawsuit, so you filed your answer, you dispute owing this company any money. Well, if it's a debt collector, so Portfolio Recovery, LVNV, Midland Funding, those types of companies, after you dispute this by filing an answer, now this is different than a Fair Credit Reporting Act dispute, but if you just tell the debt collector, look, I dispute owing this debt, which obviously an answer that you file in court is sort of the ultimate dispute. If they then update your report, so let's say you file your answer on June 1st and on June 15th or July 15th, they update the report and they don't show you as disputing this, well then that violates a part of the FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, subsection E8. That says if a debt collector knows you've disputed it, they must mark you as being disputed. Okay. Well, again, you also want to be keeping an eye every week. What does the balance say? Is the balance going up? Is it going down? What's going on with that balance? What's going on with the date of last payment? Because sometimes they realize you caught them on the statute of limitation and they'll change the credit reporting to slip in a more recent date of last payment. Well, if you have your credit reports, you get served on this day, you pull your credit report, and then every week, and you can show, it's only after I point out statute of limitation expired that suddenly they realize this date of last payment needed to be updated, okay? And then let's assume that you're successful in your case. You won your case, or your case is dismissed with prejudice, whatever the situation is. Now we're in that sort of after phase. Well, should they be reporting on you at all? Well, particularly if you won your case or dismissed with prejudice, then very likely they should not be reporting on you. If they're reporting on you, should they report a balance? Let's say that Synchrony Bank sued you for $5,000, you settle it for $3,000 and you pay them that, and then they dismiss the case. Well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume that it should be on your credit report. And that's an assumption that may not be correct. But just for the sake of this discussion, assume they're supposed to still be on your credit report. Well, should they show a $2,000 balance? Remember, you owed $5,000, you paid $3,000, so should they show $2,000? Or should it be $0? It should be zero because you don't owe them anything. So again, we pull the credit reports. We pull them every week because we want to see what was being reported before I was sued. How about during the lawsuit and now after the lawsuit? And it may be that you can sue under the FDCPA for false credit reporting. If you're dealing with an original creditor, you may need to do a dispute under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, where you go to the credit bureaus, you say, look, this, and this are incorrect, and I want this corrected or deleted. They don't delete it. So now you may have a lawsuit under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So hope that this is helpful. And I do want to encourage you, if somebody's threatening to sue you, if they have sued you, and frankly, even if none of that's happening, still pull your credit reports once a week from annualcreditreport.com. Like I said, just print them, save them to PDF, and sort of keep a running total of those so that you can detect any changes that occur. And I appreciate you watching this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.